Hello viewers, I'm SB and welcome back to Hades. People seemed pretty split between the shield and the bow. I was not expecting the bow to get so much love, frankly. And somebody pointed out this swirly effect on the bow. This means apparently that it generates bonus darkness, bonus purple currency. So we might want to chase that buff around once we have all the weapons unlocked, just kind of use whatever has the purpleness. But as much as people were split between the bow and the shield, extra lives was the most popular option by a huge margin. So let's go unlock that extra life thing, and then we can hopefully channel enough darkness into it to make it good. Okay, yeah, each rank restores you back to 50% health. We can only buy one rank. Alright, that's fine though. That's pretty good. And then we still have 72 darkness. Well, we should use it on something. Extra dashes or bonus damage from behind. I wonder if Shadow Presence applies to damage that the spear deals when you're pulling it back to you if it hits an enemy in the back. We'll take some of that. We'll take a rank of Greater Reflex here, and also a little bit of Shadow Presence. Maybe it would be smarter to just bank Darkness to try to get to 100, but we'll take earning Darkness a little bit more seriously this run. Obviously, keys over everything, but we can care about purple currency a little bit more now that we have some more cool things to spend it on. So I think I'm going to take the spear again. I just don't like the sword all that much. Maybe I'm wrong. Listen, there's a couple of people in the comments talking about how they love this game, how they've played it a ton. If you're a veteran player of this game, let me know if my opinion of the sword is off, if it actually is pretty good. It seems pretty weak to me.
Cries of battle.
Right. Oh, hello.
This one was bound to show up, I guess. In the name of Hades, Olympus, I accept this message.
You've got quite the fighting spirit in you there, I have to say. Most intriguing, and yet no surprise for someone born in hell itself. You come on out of there and tell me all about it. I'm a fellow student of death, you see.
No big surprise that Ares is kind of an edgelord. Alright, your special inflicts doom. After a brief moment, the victim takes a burst of damage. Cast sends a rift blade hurtling ahead, a slashing metal vortex that rapidly deals damage in an area, or your dash creates a rift blade where you started, but it does half damage. I kind of like the idea of being able to throw the spear and cause doom on people. Maybe this will be a little bit more of a spear throwing run than a spear stabbing run. I think I remember this being pretty good as well. Let's go this way though.
With your power, Lord Ares, maybe I'll get out of here yet.
Okay, wow, it seems like it's a pretty significant amount of damage based on what and that does give you backstab, by the way. So that's pretty cool. Based on the damage that the skull pile took right after we threw the spear, it seems like that's pretty significant.
The prince delves back into the underworld. Its ever-shifting chambers realign to frustrate his attempts to maybe map it out.
Built to ensure no one gets out. We'll see about that.
Well, I mean, it's working so far. It has been very effective up to this point. Okay, yeah, it's... See, when we see 70 damage, I don't really have a good sense still for what that actually means in terms of, like, number of hits to kill an enemy. So I have to see it in context to really appreciate it. It looks like we cannot apply multiple copies of the effect. I need to let it go off before I bring the spear back through people.
Sure.
I feel a little bit less viscerally powerful than we did at the end of the last run, but... Okay, so... Wait, that's... I'm already forgetting who's who. That's Athena, so that'd be Artemis then? Let's try Artemis. I don't think we've met Artemis yet. I'm assuming that I'm correctly remembering that that is the name of a god in the appropriate pantheon. I think so. Very slow dodging. Sorry, listen, I'm shaking the rust off, you know? We'll pretend that I just woke up and haven't had my coffee yet. This is a pretty effective weapon, though. I mean, not just now in the arrangement we have it in, but I think the spear in general seems like a pretty solid one. It's a shame it has a maximum range. I would have loved it if we could just go all the way across the room and get that guy. Oh, right!
Nice meeting
And
you.
the weapon obliterates shots as it travels. We were able to pull it back through that shot. That'll be useful if I can remember to do it.
There's only one heavenly archer I know of. Well, several, really. Anyway, in the name of Hades, Olympus, I accept this message.
I was about to say, even I know more than one.
I heard about you. Look, I'm not like all the others on Olympus. The power of the hunt helps keep me company, so maybe it'll help you too.
And all of the gods have, like, really impressive hair. Okay, anytime you deal damage... Ooh, a critical hit is triple damage. That's definitely interesting. Cast deals more damage and homes in on people. Or attack is stronger and has considerable crit chance. I kind of like the idea of a homing cast. We don't really need the straight fire cast so much because we're so into using the spear to throw. But I also like lots and lots of damage. I'm going to take pressure points, I think.
I sure could use some company now that she mentions it. The power of the hunt sounds handy too.
What are those guys doing? What do you have to do to get caught in a cage in a pillar for eternity in Hades?
Hello, mates.
I gotta be a little bit slower on the pullback. Remember, we have that keepsake from Sisyphus. So our whenever we knock rocks off of pillars onto people, it does a tremendous amount of damage. We have to do something about our basic attack, though. It's doing very poor damage. Okay, make some money, or eat a whole delicious heart. Well, I feel like max health is pretty important. And also healing is pretty important, and this is effectively healing. Oh, jeez. Okay. Pots that throw mines at you. It's easy enough. Shoot. Alright, they're gonna apparently keep spawning. I thought I had killed them all. I'm stuck. Oh, God. The geometry of Hades is such that you might think they won't want people running around down here. We're going to try something... There we go. Taking advantage of our extra dodge to clear some of those out. Those pots are not very dangerous by themselves, but I can see them being a big problem in busier rooms. Alright, ambrosia. I mean, obviously we want ambrosia. So I don't feel like these temporary buffs are very good. I guess if you got one and you were confident that the boss room was soon, maybe it would be worth the money. But like when you could be saving up your money for a shop to buy a heart or a hammer or something, feels wasteful to do this other thing. Okay, so I saw a critical notation over there, but I didn't see if it was a crit on the Doom damage. Because if the Doom can crit, that's like a huge amount of damage. Ah, stupid pots. Alright, let's try to figure out where those pots are before we fight the rest of these enemies. They blend in really well with the surroundings. Not just because they look like an object, but just like they're the same color as a lot of the ground decoration. And how very annoying. I'm trying to watch enemies when they take the Doom damage, hoping that we can see it crit. Unfortunately, there's no way to test for it. You know, there's no way to confirm a negative on this. What's our crit chance? It's like 4%. So we would have to observe an awfully large number of non-critical events to have any kind of confidence that it can't crit.
Someone's going to enjoy this.
Alright, well, I have no idea who we're going to give this to. Maybe just the first person we see? Okay, even more money. We're going to end up with an awful lot of cash after this room here. We've done very well on money so far. This works pretty well as long as there's a big gap to keep the enemies from ever getting near me. I think I accidentally killed one of those pots. It's not the fastest kill method. We might have some real problems with, like, timed rooms. Alright, well, I was sort of hoping the next room would be a shop, if I'm honest, but I guess a mini-boss will do. Maybe Athena would like some ambrosia.
You and me.
It seems like... I'm kind of wondering here... Hold on, let's try something. Didn't get the backstab damage. I'm wondering if the doom damage is increased by our backstab ability if we cause it with a strike that hits from the back. It's at least possible, right? Okay, so there's the backstab. No, it does not. Good to know. Right, one of them is red. Oh yeah, that's right. It doesn't matter so much with these guys, because sometimes they still do that throw a bomb directly on you attack. Damn it. Stop running. Okay. Walk on a trap, that's fine, that works. Okay, now we can just get over to him. You fool! I'm gonna very slowly poke you to death. It would take a long time to kill a skeleton with a spear, right? Poking damage just doesn't seem like it would be good against a thing that doesn't have flesh. Alright, almost got my face blown up because I forgot about that ability. Yeah, sure, I'm just gonna give this to her.
I'm indebted to you, Goddess, for all that you and your side of the family have done for me.
Well, it simply isn't in my nature to allow such offerings to go unanswered, noble cousin. In turn, I wish for you to have this, with my compliments.
And her keepsake's gotta be pretty good, right? Yeah, it's an owl. How could you possibly do better than that?
I'll tell you something, cousin. If even Artemis is aiding you, it's proof your cause is just. She doesn't often take an interest in family affairs.
Alright, attack is a lot stronger and can deflect. I like that a lot. Resist damage from traps is kind of whatever. I think we should take this. This gives us, especially with as quickly as the attacks go with the spear, we could probably deflect like whole waves of Megara's shots and stuff.
Divine protection.
And now our attack does an amount of damage that we actually care about. So there is a shop, but there's also a mini-boss battle for what I'm going to assume is quite a lot of darkness. You know, I don't think we need the shop right this second. Let's go this way. I said I was going to take darkness a little bit more seriously this run.
What else?
Oh, lasers. Well, we'll be over here. Alright, that's pretty fun. It's only 20, really? That's disappointing. Slain foes have a 15% chance to drop health. This right here, this looks like a good temporary buff. I don't know that we need it right now. I think we will take this.
Payment in full.
That seems like a really good exchange. You know what? I'm also going to take this. We're still above 200 money. And if that results in us getting healed for even like... Well, I don't know exactly. I don't know how much would be a good exchange rate. But 25 gold, you don't need to get a lot of healing for 25 gold to be worthwhile.
More trouble.
And I know we aren't very injured, but I also am a bad, and we might become injured again in the near future. It's just a feeling I have.
Really?
What's he saying really about? There we go. It's probably about me missing a stationary enemy with my throw over and over again.
Problem solved.
Okay, so it seems like they drop the healing items fairly frequently, and each one of them is healing for at least 8, probably 10 or... it looks like the food in the shop. I think the food in the shop heals you for 25. If you got even a single 25-point heal off of that, it would be, like, incredible value.
Yeah, might as well.
Alright, we're going to try this time challenge, even though I said I thought we'd be bad at them.
Let's make this quick.
Okay, bad start. There we go. I actually managed to hit multiple people with the Doom that time. Ah. Okay, well,
I shall deal with you later then.
we made some money on that. That's not bad.
Very nice.
And hopefully we're going to be able to heal off all the damage we took. Pomegranate versus health is actually interesting. I think I'm actually really torn here. Like we have a fair amount of health going. Health is very good. Our damage output does matter, but also
Surprise.
health gives me room to make dumb mistakes and recover from them. And that's important. Yeah, Reflecto Spear is really good because of how quickly you attack. Right, it turns out it is exactly 8 healing. That's a weird number. But yeah, the healing items drop so frequently. That's a really, really great purchase. What a dumb way to get hit.
So much.
That's alright, we'll get some more fast food. Everything will be fine. And offered the same choice again. I mean, the situation's a little bit different now, with us having 100 max health. But what if we just had like a million max health? My damage is okay. My damage is okay. We're going this way. Better if you don't miss them. Yeah, honestly, this feels pretty powerful. It's not like... It's probably not, in an objective sense, as good as what we had going last run, but it feels good to use. That's pretty cool. Alright, and we managed to heal off... I took a lot of dumb damage, and we healed almost all of it. Alright, at this point, probably the shop makes sense. We have enough currency that we could buy a blessing and a hammer, or like a hammer and a heart or something. Let's cash in some of this money. No sense dying with 364 whatever it is in my pocket. Ooh, that is interesting.
Hey, good to see you out here, mate. It looks as though you've got some fine wares up for sale, don't you?
Okay, every one of our conversations ends that way. Just looking around for additional money. Like this pots. Okay, that doesn't actually damage them. Well, I think we want to take the hammer.
You're doing business.
Tech has more range and deals plus 30% damage to distant foes. I wonder if distant foes just means people who are beyond the initial range. Hold attack to strike very quickly, but you cannot spin attack, which is fine because I never remember that I can spin attack anyway. Or maybe we just make the spin attack good and I remember to use it once in a while. Let's take this because I'm curious how much faster.
Fear me with this spear.
That's okay. I don't know if that was actually worth doing. I'm gonna break everything now. I can't leave it partially broken. Some of it goes, it all has to go. And then, am I buying a pomegranate or am I buying another 25 max HP? And we have so much health. I'm gonna veer off of what we've been doing so far. I think we maybe have enough health. I'm sure I'm going to regret saying that at some point. Oh, that's interesting. These are all actually very good upgrades. We're very reliant on our Doom damage right now, so a 40% increase in that seems pretty okay. Yeah.
They must have lots of these upon Olympus.
Yeah, I like that a lot. And that leaves us with enough money that we could, like, buy food again if we had to or something.
Oh, hello.
Ever stubborn, aren't you? Maybe my whip might make you reconsider whatever it is that you're attempting here.
I thought it was
Certainly
pretty
not that
clear.
persuasive in the past.
Maybe persistence will pay off for both of us. Come then.
One of these days she's going to beat me, and she's going to have a lot to say about it. Alright, so the good news is I can deal a lot of damage to her without having to spend a lot of time focused on her. Yeah, it's actually like, look at how much damage we've done already. It's fast. And I get to deal the damage pretty safely from a distance. Also, for some reason that counted as a backstab. I don't really think it was. What am I doing? Why am I even bothering to stab her? The throw is working just fine. Don't get fancy. Yeah, we actually can just deflect the whole thing if I just stand there and tank it. Ha! Apparently the spin is technically part of my attack, and so it also has deflection now. That's pretty good. Okay, almost got hit there. Ah, people are attacking me from multiple sides. That's not fair. Alright, we should probably get rid of some of these casters. Actually, just like limiting the number of enemies in general is probably a good idea. Get some value from our keepsake here. Okay, this is bad. I gotta stop doing things that cause me to stop moving while this attack is up. I'm getting my stuff stuck in animations like re-grabbing the spear. So that's interesting. I don't actually have to hit the... Like, it doesn't have to be aimed at me for me to direct it back. I can aim at a shot that has passed us already, and it will just find its way back to the caster. Definitely something we'll be able to make use of. There she is. Bad time for this guy to be right here. This is, not to speak too soon, and of course as soon as I started talking about it, I took damage. But this might be our cleanest victory. Cleanest one yet, anyway. We're almost there. Yeah, this is a pretty powerful setup, man. Maybe the spear is just very good. Maybe every spear run is going to be good. That's extremely excellent. Alright, we just need a tiny little bit more darkness, and we'll have enough to get ourselves a second extra life.
Well, Father.
Megara seems to be having difficulties.
Yeah, well, I'm so incredibly good at the game, you know, it really can't be blamed on her. Okay, that's all the money. Let's have a look at our new keepsake. What does this do? The next boon you find will be from Athena. Her blessings are more likely to be better quality. Okay. We're 9 encounters off of leveling up the shackle, but this does seem pretty good. And also the shackle, I think, is a lot less good in Tartarus. Right, in the next area, there's a lot less rubble to knock down on people. So let's switch.
All set.
And then we could buy some stuff here. You know what? I will buy this again. I was pretty impressed by it, even though we're at full health. Let's be honest here. I am not going to keep us at full health for long.
Go then.
Okay, we were in Tartarus. In Asphodel, there's a lot less stuff to knock down on top of people. Who knows if that remains the case in the areas beyond. Alright, another palm for us.
Inferno bombers.
Boy, I'm having a hell of a time actually making contact here. Oh, right, I can deflect the bombs by hitting them. Our setup's pretty okay. I'm not sure if it's the case. Ow. Well. Stop and think later. Continue fighting now. Told you we need all this food. I don't know where those mages got off to, but as long as they're content to stay wherever they are. Oh, I guess they're dead already.
Delicious.
You know that Doom does a lot of damage. Even more Doom? I mean, stronger attack is also good. The stun locking definitely has value. I'm very torn. Let's even more Doom. Even more Doom.
Yet.
Always more Doom. Darkness. I think there should be another thing over here. Ooh. Key Ambrosia Darkness. That's a tough call, actually. Let's just make sure that we're not missing any loot here. Yeah, I'm not really sure. I guess these things... Okay, so there's still stuff to knock down on people. I'm just not used to looking for it, so I don't notice it in the heat of battle as much. We do still need a little bit more darkness, but how am I going to turn down a key? Ambrosia can be hard to find, though. I'm going to go for the key for now. We still have a lot of stuff that needs unlocking. But I feel bad not taking the Ambrosia. Oops, that's the wrong button. These guys have a lot of health. Alright, I can just, like, stand here and spam at this dude. I was hoping that was going to reflect the other guy's waves, too. I didn't quite have the angle. Maybe I should be taking attack bonuses. I don't know. I think the Doom went critical on him. I'm not 100% certain, though. Man, Deflect is pretty okay. Stop. Stop doing that. How dare you. Asphodel doesn't like my strategy of standing in a perfectly safe place and taunting the enemy. Okay, I think he's the last one. Hopefully the last wave.
A key to a weapon.
So far, we're doing all right here. I have a real ability to take damage at an incredible rate down here, in these unfamiliar floors. I think there's no way we take money. Right? Money cannot be the right choice. I just, like, I looked right at it and I was like, you know, I should probably reflect those. I thought that whole sentence in my head, and then I just didn't do it. Ow. Okay, well, he panicked me so much I ran into the lava. So that's embarrassing. Okay, I finally got him. You can stun lock them into not being able to turn around. That's pretty useful. Should try to trigger those explosive pots more often. Not paying enough attention to them. See there, I like reflexively threw my spear because I've been throwing it a lot, and so I didn't have it when I needed to deflect. And it does not come back to your hand instantly.
Good for the health.
I do love the fact that the range on the sphere means I don't have to be within range of the suicide bomb. Should we do a trove trial here? We're not getting... Oh no, we are still getting free health items, right? Why is this here? The reason I said, oh no, we are still, is because I see a duration here. It looks like a 1 turn, but it's on our owl pendant. Why does that... I guess it's saying that, you know, the next boon thing has not expired yet. Well, do we want a really good boon from Athena, or do we want to cash in some of this money? Because I think that really determines... If we're going to the shop, we should take the trial. We should take the trial anyway. I should just do a good job.
Whatever, let's try it.
Who dares?
He feels about the same way I do about it, apparently. Their projectiles are so powerful that the deflect is actually incredibly useful. Okay, I don't actually even know if there are any other enemies. This guy might be the last one. Yeah, that wasn't so bad. I only took a little damage.
That's that.
I took an amount of damage that we can heal off for less than 76 coins. Or fewer than, really. Yeah, let's take the shop. I want that Athena buff, I do. But we have all this money, we can probably get 2 buffs with
That's
it.
business, mate.
Yeah, look at that. In fact, we can... No, we cannot quite buy all that stuff. And I can't talk to Karen either. Is there a golden pot anywhere in here? There isn't. We're so close to being able to buy everything in this shop. If there was just one... If there was one lootable. Well, that's alright. We'll live without the darkness.
Ah, you found me holding up in Kayron's nasty stash there, did you, man? Well, good, good. Yeah.
Sorry, what? The hell is he talking about? Alright, take less damage while on low health. Definitely better the more charges of death denied you have. Dash inflicts a small amount of poison. Cast lobs a projectile that bursts into festive fog. We're not using cast at all. This would at least give it a use. Positive Outlook's definitely compelling, though. I kind of think we gotta take Positive Outlook. It just seems really good.
Here's the fee.
And then, oh, we don't even have an option. I was going to take the buff to our attack this time, but it's not even on the list. Well, that being the case, maybe we just take the crit bonus. 1% extra crit doesn't feel great. Yeah, alright. More Doom then. Okay, that stuff doesn't even break. Yeah, none of this stuff has any gold in it. Damn it. We were so close. Alright, let's go get that buff. Athena waits for no man, apparently. Okay, this thing again. Well, the good news is we can just reflect the rock projectiles. Should be making sure we get our Doom off. You know, I thought we were not going to really feel the difference with the extra dash, but I totally do. That said, I'm still getting hit. But not because I should be getting hit, just because I'm very bad. Well, we got there eventually. Oh, that's right. Her being on red health doesn't actually reduce her, her ability to hit us at all. Was this the first fight that I took a ton of damage on during the last run? I'm just, like, weirdly bad at this one. Okay, one-on-one. Should be easier. And this guy is stun lockable. You can just get that yellow health off of him. Yep, do you see that? The Doom went critical there. We know for a fact that it does happen. Oh, I can swat away the lava projectiles too.
Your head. She's offering an exchange.
Okay, special is stronger and can deflect. No way on earth. Or attacks that can deflect also make foes exposed. Well, since our normal attack can deflect, this seems actually very good.
The shield of light.
We have a really good build going here. All I have to do is not lose it in a terribly embarrassing way.
Stand aside.
So it doesn't... I'm not able to see the... like, there's no graphical indicator of him being exposed, it looks like. Ow. Man, getting turned to stone during just normal random encounters seems like it might be the most annoying thing ever. I'm really, really glad we have a deflect. So that smoke effect that comes up from these like little fumaroles sometimes, it makes me not able to see enemy projectiles, it looks like. I did not realize that it had that effect. Oh, I still haven't actually killed the spawner.
Stay dead next time.
Okay, I think it's... yeah, it's gone now. Alright, now they're both red. I am doing an embarrassingly bad job right now. He's done for. Apparently, sometimes when they die, they drop a lot more bombs.
Should have listened.
Okay, well, we did all right there. We might be able to buy a larger amount of health at the shop, but let's go this way. We have little enough money that I'm worried about going to the shop and finding that we can't buy anything. Like if it just ended up being buffs. That's weird. Why is this? Oh man, that's the boss fight, right? It's gotta be.
Having traversed the flaming river Phlegathon to gain this vantage point, relentless Zagreus must now confront a foe of unimaginable savagery.
Man.
Ahead, awaiting patiently its time to strike.
Okay.
Way to spoil
We
the
have-
surprise, old man.
We have 81 health. Our damage reduction is active. 81's low enough. Yeah, I'm nervous. I guess let's get in here and learn a thing. The only way that I seem to know how to learn. It's a big snake skull? Oh, it's got like a neck made of spiked balls. Yes, I did just miss the miss the throw on a stationary enemy. Why do you ask? Okay, so I think it's doing projectiles or something. I'm just like... I'm so naturally predisposed to hide behind cover that I'm not even able to see the attacks. So far it doesn't seem too dangerous, though, given our deflecting capabilities. Okay, head's invincible. Oh, because there's more. Because there's more of them, of course there is. Ow. Alright, well, we got one to red. I can't quite tell. It doesn't look like it's being stunned, though, so I'm guessing we have not made things that much easier on ourselves. Get out of here with that. Come on, come on, come on. Yeah, it's not. They're definitely not getting stunned. A good repeatable deflect is a very powerful thing. I think he's dead. Oh, so close. I thought I was going to bring him down. Alright. Are we going into a new phase? I can't actually see how much health he has, because the health bar keeps going see-through when he's near the top of the screen. Ah, bad time to not have my spear in my hand. Hide behind stuff when he charges forward. Don't be next to him. I'm learning, we're getting there. Oh, those things come at you at a weird angle. Alright, remember, we still do have our extra life.
What now?
I will say that I do not, oh, he's invincible again. Right, of course, he's a Hydra. More heads. That's the whole deal. Come on, Zagreus, I'm not even from here and I know this. I have dashed into the lava in my excitement. It's just like a lot of Hydras is the thing. Oh, they have so much stuff going on. There's so many of them. I just want to burn one of them down as quickly as possible. Trying to use attacks to both damage these things and also bounce projectiles, and it's not really working. It's a shame that the deflect doesn't bounce the projectiles toward enemies who are vulnerable. It just always shoots them back at the caster. We're close to getting this guy down. We have a fair amount of health here, and we're back. Oh, I really thought I was out of the area. Keep taking my eye off Zagreus for like just a second, because there's like a lot of stuff to watch. And the moment I stop looking at him, I dash into the lava. Come on. Man. I went for the throw there to get the damage a little faster. Stopped stunning him for like a second, and that was enough time for him to get a hit in. Okay, I'm a big believer now, by the way, in the difference between having that extra dodge and not having it. I have been converted. We're so close, we're so close. Okay. That's actually probably a pretty good way of defeating that weird angle attack that he does. If I just dash a little bit, it makes the angle not so weird anymore. I mean, I know he's not doing that now, but I'm saying I think that... Okay, those are going to explode. So close, so close. Ad management, not really a thing you can do here. It seems like they respawn as soon as you kill them. I can't tell if I'm just coincidentally killing them at the same speed that they're spawning. Okay, when you focus on them, you can... maybe not. It's so close to dead. Okay, actually, we did get it. Also, health was dropped. Please tell me that there's not another one of those. Please tell me we're in the last phase. I can imagine this being a real nightmare with the other weapons. Well, maybe not other weapons, but the sword, certainly. No! Come on, quickly, quickly. Doing everything in my power to kill this head quickly. Oh my god. There's so many different attacks happening, is the thing. Come on. This is actually, I mean, it's working. Also, it seems like I can actually deflect the damage from the ground pound if I time it very carefully. Or through blind luck, which is the way I've been doing it so far. Oops, don't go over there. That's where all the enemies are. Okay, we're totally going to get this one. Just going to stand here for a second and deflect. The lack of ads actually makes this phase a lot less dangerous, it feels like. I don't really want to get any closer to him, because he's going to do that. Okay, okay, don't panic. We have some control. And I'm fairly confident as long as there are no big surprises in the last phase, if we can get him back down to it just being the main head, I think we can kill him. I think I can do it without getting hit. Oh. This guy's AoE is just large enough to be a problem. Now, I'm not saying I will do it without getting hit. Let me just clarify that real quick. I can, I think. It's a great example of how I might get hit. Okay, okay, we got him, we got him, we got him. Nope, in the lava, in the lava. It's like Doom, though. You're allowed to walk in the lava very briefly without taking damage. Oh, I got caught in the spear throw animation. That was so close. That was pretty damn good for a learning battle. I'm pleased with that outcome. It is, maybe, going to be better next time. Maybe. I did not get 3 more darkness. We still only have 97. Damn it. Well, I mean, I guess we know what we're saving it for. Oh, hey, look who's back.
Howee, looks like the bone Hydra of Asphodel just stomped you that time, huh? I hear each of its heads has its own nasty tricks. That must be tough.
Would have been nice if somebody had warned me about that, you know, beforehand.
It was unpleasant, yes.
That's it? That's all he has to say?
You come in.
Father, what happened to the lounge? The only place for anyone to have a little fun around here, and you seal it shut.
Oh, I had little choice about that boy. You see, after you fled the first time, Cerberus, why, he was very much upset. Utterly tore the place to shreds. It's now under repair. All thanks to you.
You're really blaming me for not minding the dog while I was out and while you all were here.
I lay the blame entirely upon you, yes. Who else?
It's fortunate that Cerberus has calmed himself since then. Come to his senses, I should say. May you yet come to yours.
Yeah, fat chance.
How you holding up, boy? Eating well lately? All 3 mouths full and happy?
Each terrifying maw of the infernal watchdog Cerberus responds affirmatively, one after the next, as if to reassure the ever-doubting prince.
I mean, I know he's Cerberus and everything, but I'm not exactly terrified of these maws. Alright, does anybody else have any new... Oh. I didn't realize that that was a thing that could happen.
What do these shades have to say for themselves?
That was quite a big deal when I was alive, yeah. And we were all bigger back in the fat days, right?
I trust that the mirror in your bedchamber has proved satisfactory, dear child.
Better than I could have possibly imagined, Nyx. You mentioned there was something more that it could do once I had grown accustomed. I think I'm ready for that now.
It shall be as you wish.
Appreciate that.
Oh, okay. I was going to say, I don't know what this is. Meg doesn't really want to talk to us today, it looks like.
May I help you somehow, Zagreus? Because if not, why don't you leave me be?
Yeah, that's fair. I'm not trying to rub salt in the wound or anything. Okay, well, we did all right on currency there. I'm very disappointed that I didn't manage to get to 100.
Thank you, Nyx.
The boss fight kind of caught me off guard. I guess, though, we can do a little refund here. I'm going to make an executive decision here and just buy us an extra life at the cost of that shadow presence. The backstab damage was coming into play a lot more often than I thought it was going to, but even so, a second extra life, that seems like obviously the right move. So we're back up to 3 shields. We could buy, or 3 keys rather. We could buy Boiling Blood here, which seems fine. Seems okay. It will certainly get me to use my cast more often. There's something to be said for that. But also, we have these options over here. So I think it is probably... Ooh, hold on a second.
The courtyard of the House of Hades is kept neat and orderly, in contrast to the terrifying sprawl that lies beyond.
It's not that orderly, really.
I mean, it is, but it's not that hard for something to be orderly when it's just, like, almost completely empty.
You're getting pretty strong, I'll give you that, boyo. Strong enough to smack a guy like me right up against the wall and I'd go straight to pieces. Boom! You just remember, when you're duking it out, the walls are your friend.
Thanks, tutorial man.
Smack
Tutorial
guys
man.
against walls. Sound advice as ever, mate.
Okay, so we're definitely spending keys on a weapon, then. The shield is really cool, but the bow has bonus darkness attached to it, which would be really, really useful. I don't know. Let me know how you feel in the comments, and we'll figure it out. But that is going to be it for us for today. Thank you all so much for watching. We didn't do super well on currency, especially considering how far down we got, but we gained the most important currency, knowledge. Come back next time tomorrow when we are for sure going to put that Hydra in its place. Definitely. And we'll see you then.